This is our last session of the evening. We are talking with candidates for County Constable, Districts 1 through 6. Gentlemen, we ask you to conduct yourselves professionally and with positive dispositions. Answer the questions, no mudslinging or false allegation. If someone has a rebuttal, then you'll have an opportunity to do so. And we have a number of questions for you. Okay? So, Mr. Hubbard, what do you see your role as a constable in your district as part of the law enforcement team?
Well, first off, I'd like to start out introducing myself. My name is Richard Hubbard. I'm running for Constable District 6. That's going to include Burning Springs, Foggertown, and Sextons Creek. Been a member of Burning Springs Fire Department for quite some time. An active member of the community. Have a business here called Kentucky Disaster Restoration. I employ about 12, 15 people on a good day of the week. I'm an active member in my community. I try my best to do a good job in the community. Now, Mr. Davis, he spoke about, how I think that I would do good maybe working with the Sheriff's Office and the Kentucky State Police. I can tell you how I'm going to do good at it. If you go down 421 at night, okay, you'll see at least 10 people walking on the side of the roads. We need to be actively enforcing that. We need to stop them. We need to check them. We need to see what they're doing at 2 o'clock in the morning. We need to be working with our sheriff. We need to be starting neighborhood watches and get our community back. Burning Springs is a nice place. Foggertown is a nice place. Sextons Creek is a nice place, but we have a big problem with the thieves and the walkers. And I feel as though the community and God's called me to take this problem on.
With regard to the neighborhood watch, Mr. Hubbard, with your experience with the fire department, would you be able to parlay that into communicating to your constituents and kind of create those neighborhood watch groups?
Yes, sir. I've already been out in the community. I've talked to several community leaders. They said, hey, Brian, we used to have neighborhood watches. And I said, we need to bring this back. I feel as though, the constable is the community police officer. He should be one of the first guys that you're calling on if you're seeing suspicious activity. If somebody's sitting at a church parking lot at 2 in the morning, call me up. We need that. We need neighborhood watch groups for Burning Springs, Foggertown, Sextons Creek. Let's start a Facebook group. Let's use Facebook as a tool to try to stop some of this criminal activity going on.
Thank you. Mr. Napier, what will be your role to support law enforcement activities with your role as a constable?
Well, we introduced myself. My name is Denver J. Napier. I was on the fire department for 20 years. I served 4 different fire departments: Horse Creek, Lager Creek, Manchester, and Bratshade. And I'm in District 4, which is all Goose Rock, left-hand side of Barbaro, Buzzard, part of Elk Mountain on the right-hand side, and Redbird. But I was raised up in my district all my life, and my grandpa was a preacher, and I raised up to treat everybody that way. Floyd Sadmore and Dick Sadmore and Tom Napier and Chris Napier, my grandpa and grandma. And I've helped the community. I've done grades where they charge you $700-800 down here. I done grades for people free that charge them it. I've always helped people. And my goal is to escort funerals, go to little schools. I got 2 schools in my district. I go there every 5 days a week, make sure that there ain't nothing going on around the schools and watch after the children and stuff. I got three boys, 1 handicapped. I got 2 more. And that's what I've always done, get out and help people free-hearted and don't charge them nothing. And I will get out and do my duties if I get swore in. I won't just use the badge and throw it down in the radio. I get out. If I get called or they get called in my district, I will respond to every call, don't matter if it's nighttime or daytime, that's what I'm running for, to get out and help my community. People that can't get out, it's, I ain't got no vehicle, something I will go and help them get their groceries or whatever I'm doing for them.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the mention of escorting funerals and supporting families in that situation, and certainly monitoring school
Yeah.
to make sure those properties are safe and work with the school resource officers and the police department. So I appreciate that. It's very important. So I thank you for that. You both talked about being responsive and accountable earlier, but why is training important for a constable? Understanding the law and the regulations. If you're wearing a badge, why is it important you have the training and the knowledge to operate as a law enforcement official?
I mean, it's simple. I wouldn't want to go into this position untrained. If I take office, I'm hoping I will. As soon as I take office, training will be the number one thing I'm after. I plan on, not only going to Frankfurt with the Kentucky Constable Association, getting trained up there. There's several online trainings, and I'm pretty sure, the sheriff won't care a bit to help a man out, get him trained up, because we need it. We got one deputy, maybe two deputies at night. If they're on Goose Rock, we've got to call down Vernon Springs or 6th Creek or Fogtown. I mean, that's a long travel for them. I can be there, but, you've got to have the training. You can't just go in there, and blow a case. You take somebody to jail without reading them their rights, case is blown. You do an illegal search and seizure, case is blown. I'm not about that. I feel those training, we've got to get trained up.
Mr. Davis, training and operating as a law enforcement
Yeah, I
official.
I've ever had a training on the fire department, and I know you need training to be a police officer. You can't go in and not know what you're going into. The way the girls is nowadays, you could go in a place and there'd be a pattern going on and you wouldn't know what was in there and get blown up.
That's true.
So, yeah, I agree on having the training, and if I could, I'd drive with my deputy in my district, or I'd wait on him,
Yes.
and that way I'd have backup.
Absolutely. I like that team approach. Jim, is there anything else you'd like to share with your voters, your constituents before we close up this evening?
Yes, we got a minute.
Yes.
Nightly patrols. I think our nightly patrols would probably be the biggest impact on deterring crime in our community. If they see you out there, that's less likely they're going to be out running around high. It's less likely they're going to be out running around stealing. Less likely they're going to be walking up and down the road high looking for something to steal. So just the physical presence in the community is going to help more than anything. I will be performing welfare checks. I talked about deputies and troopers on the other side of the county. I'm 10, 15 minutes away from you. Don't care a bit to go check with your mom or dad or brother or sister. Won't bother me a bit. Motorist assist. There's a stranded vehicle on the side of the road. I'm not going to pass it up. Stop and help them. Might be a young girl, might be a young guy. Take them home. We'll call for a record, do whatever we need to do to help them there. Vehicle lockout services. A lot of people in my district, they don't have $50 to pay to get their car door unlocked. Just bought a brand new lock kit. It's at the fire department. We'll pick it up and try my best to help them out. I'll have a personal phone number that I can be reached at, or you can call dispatch and get a hold of me. Plan on having a constable Facebook page. We'll utilize that, to let everybody know, I'm doing my part. You didn't just elect me for me to sit at home or to wave at you or to put blue lights in my vehicle. You elected me to do a job, and you'll see that from Facebook. Patrols at the church parking lots. When I go out into the community, everyone says, Brian, listen, they're selling dope wide open down here at the church parking lots. I'll be at the church parking lots. Church parking lots will be one of my number one priorities during my patrols. The dump sites. We talked about Clay County, all this garbage laying everywhere. I've got cameras. Don't care a bit to put those in those illegal dump sites. It's nasty. If you're throwing garbage out, you should be prosecuted for it, in my opinion. Patrolling the local businesses. We do have a lot of people hanging out in the parking lots at night. If you're at these local businesses soliciting drugs, I'm gonna be there. Sooner or later, you're gonna be called. Overall, I just ask for everybody's support. I think I'm gonna be a big help to the community. I think I'm what Vernon Springs has been missing for a long time, and I'm trying my best. That's all I can tell you, to be honest, I'm trying my best at it.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Nagel?
I was gonna say that, I'm in District 4, and like I said, if anybody in District 4 ain't got a way to do nothing, and I'm elected, I will be controlling my whole district, which is a big district, it's the biggest district we got in Clay County. I will be controlling Dave and Matt, and when I go home and they, was to get a call in my district, I will go right back out and see what the problem is, or somebody breaks down or whatever. I will come and see what, if they out of gas, or if they need a ride home, and, like he said, there's a lot of walkers over in that town.
Yeah.
I will be checking on them, seeing what their problem is, but 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, they walk by my house all night long.
Yeah.
I got cameras up, they walk by. The other day, I heard the boy got his motorcycle stolen, and just happened, a truck had stole his four-wheeler, went right by my house, and I had him on camera.
Yeah, it's good.
So we got the boy's motorcycle back, and stuff, and that's what I'm prepared to help with.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you coming out this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Well, that concludes our 2-night Meet the Candidates special provided by Clay County News. And we want to thank Clayco News for the coverage and the media support over the last 2 nights so that our voters can meet the candidates. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Davis.